What's going on, my boys? Welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Today we're going to be getting right in there on the new box set. Just was, well, not a release, but announced the mini box Rampage of the Forest. I'm pretty excited to be looking at some brand new cards. I know a lot of folks always complain and say, hey, you know, I don't got enough gems, it's too early for a new box, but at this point you should be pretty used to it. They come out with new cards like every 4 weeks, every 3 or 4 weeks there's brand new cards released in the game, so you got to be used to it, you got to be ready. And I've been stacking my gems to the highest heights, so now I'm at 4,000 gems. I'm ready to go in on the new box. Let me know in the comment section below, are you ready to go in on the new box? And let's go in. So the new thing about this box is pretty cool. Rampage of the Forest, which this set is going to be the set that introduces dank insect beasts for us to use in our epic battles and daily duels. Now, what I find interesting, or the most interesting about this so far, is that there's a brand new archetype of monsters that completely consumes the lower tier of this box, meaning the rares and commons. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't read any of their effects, but should be good. So we're just going to take a look at some of these cards. I'm going to give you my opinions of the cards just like right off the back, and then you guys can let me know in the comment section below, are you hyped for this box, or do you guys think that this box should be something that is skipped? Spoiler alert, there's cards in this box that you should not skip. Rampage of the Forest mini box. Beware of that which crawls in the forest, in the queen's domain. All her subjects are her prey. That's pretty busted. Well, it says all subjects, not her subjects, but it says all subjects, so still, you're finished. So Metamorpho's Insect Queen, Gigaplant, Sylvan Co-Mushroom, and Doom Dozer, which is my favorite of all these so far. Banish 2 insect monsters in your graveyard, special summon this card. Just, it's insane. That's just really good. But here's some other cards showing different combinations on how to use them. We're not even gonna get into those yet, because now we're just gonna look at these individual cards. So let's pick up the first one. The first card here is called Armored Bee. It says once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and half the attack until the end phase. That's disgusting. It's an ultra rare, and it's a level 4 insect. That's pretty damn good. So that means that you have to be higher than 3,200 for this monster not to be able to kill it. That's pretty damn dank. It's awesome. Metamorpho's Insect Queen is a card a lot of people are excited about, and the effect reads, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by a card effect. If another insect monster is on your side of the field, your opponent cannot target insect monsters you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, you contribute 1 monster. This card can attack an opponent's monster again, 2nd time in a row. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can special summon 1 insect monster token. Level 1, 100 attack, 100 defense, 28-24 beater. So this card is pretty good because it says that it cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by a card effect. You can use Pinch Hopper to summon this card. So that's pretty good. So I'm glad they released a powerful insect. Maybe we can actually get a real insect deck. Rock Spirit. Now I already see a lot of people hating on this card already, which I think is hilarious. It's like they're totally underestimating the potential of this card. It's not necessarily that this card was needed or this card was something that everybody will be clamoring over, but the reason why this card is good is because it can just be special summoned for pretty much no cost. You can banish from the graveyard 1 earth monster and special summon this card from your hand, and he can go up to high as 2,000 attack. But in any deck that's using some sort of rock monsters, and you can special summon this one card by itself, this card could be used for a tribute, this card could be used for some sort of card effect. So it's a lot of different applications for just putting a free monster on the board once per turn. So we'll see what happens with this card, but I doubt that people are just going to make rock spirit decks. This card is going to be more like a supplemental card, something that you throw in with your deck to help it to function better, like a Dinotherium, for example. Dark Core. Discard one card, then target one face-up monster on the field, banish the target. Excellent card. Long overdue, something that we really needed. Banishing a monster off the field is super powerful, and I think that this card is really, really good. The only thing about it is no effect on Hazies, because Hazies can't be targeted. Doomdozer. This actually, for me, is one of the best monsters in this box set. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from the hand by banishing 2 insect monsters from the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned other ways. When this card inflicts battle damage, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard. That is insane. Well, battle damage to your opponent. This is insane because it's a 2800 that can just be summoned by banishing 2 insect monsters from the grave. That's literally nothing. It's easy to get 2 monsters in the graveyard for virtually free. So I can't wait to play this Doomdozer deck and to see the type of decks that come out of this. Because basically you have a little mini chaos deck with a giant monster that'll mill your opponent's deck out. It's insane. Giga Plant. So this is a plant Gemini. It used to be an OTK with Lone Fire Blossom and some other things to make this card broken in the TCG. But basically his effect says once per turn you can special summon 1 insect or plant monster from your hand or graveyard. And that's pretty disgusting. If this card special summon, you can normal summon it on that same turn. Special summon, pretty disgusting. Giga Plant. Memory Lost. Now this is an interesting card. It says when a face-up attack position monster your opponent controls just activated an effect during, except during damage step. Negate the effect, and if you do, change the monster to face-up defense position. So does that mean like if someone plays Cyber Angel Dakini, you can flip this on the Dakini? My personal opinion is, yeah, you negated Dakini's effect and you change it to defense mode. I mean, that could be really, really good, but if you had an econ take, that Dakini would have been dead. So I don't necessarily see how strong this card could be, but it really depends on what you're playing. So if you really need to negate that monster effect, it might be good, but who knows? We'll go and see what happens this week as the meta evolves. Now here's one of the first cards of that new archetype, that Sylvan Komushromo says a plant. Says when this card is flipped face up, you can choose a number from 1 to 5, then excavate that many cards from the top of your deck. Send any excavated plant monsters to the graveyard. Also place other cards at the bottom or top of the deck in any order. If this card is excavated from the deck and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one spell or trap on the field and destroy it. So basically, if this card is excavated, and I'm guessing all of these cards must excavate the deck, you can blow up a spell or trap. There must be one for a monster, and there must be one for other things too. So that's pretty strong, but we'll see how strong the deck really is. Probably might be a nice Roman strategy deck. Hey Trunade. Now this is the card that everybody needs and wants. Return all set spell and trap cards from the field to the hand. Now someone said to me in my comment section that they didn't think that Hey Trunade would replace anti-magic arrows. My question to you is, why wouldn't it? If this card says return all set spell and traps from the field to the hand, and I activate Heavy Trunade at the start of my main phase, how is that not better than activating anti-magic arrows at the end of my combo at the start of battle? Hey Trunade is the better card. Cocoon of Ultra Evolution. Tribute 1 insect monster from either field. Equip with an equip card, and if you do, special summon one insect monster from your deck, ignoring the summoning conditions. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard to target one insect monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then draw one card. You can only use the effect of Cocoon of Ultra Evolution once per turn. So I guess this card can be used to special summon the Insect Queen. It is pretty cool because it's a quick play spell and it will help you to draw a card. So it's even though it's worded ridiculously, it's a pretty good card. So basically it's saying tribute off an insect monster from, I guess, anywhere on the field. It says that's equipped with an equip card and send it to the graveyard to special summon an insect monster from the deck. I guess you could use Cocoon of Evolution or other things, but my personal opinion, I think Pinch Hopper would definitely be a little easier to summon that insect princess, insect queen. Winged Rhinos. During either player's turn, when a trap card is activated, except during damage, you can return this card from the field to the hand. So basically, you can attack, wall disruption, put it back in the hand. It's okay. Insect Knight. Insect, level 4, 1900 beta. Of all insect fighters, he is the paragon of indestructible insect invaders, which only the elite of the elite can join. We can no longer ignore their unmatched battle prowess. These insects have risen up, my boy. You're all finished. There's Mosquito. When this card is normal summon or special summon, place 2 counters on it. It gains 500 attack for each counter, and it cannot be, if it will be destroyed by battle, remove one counter instead. So you play it, it goes up to 1500. I guess if you play 2 more, it can go to 35, I guess. But who do that? Or if you kept flipping it, you can make one mosquito really strong. I guess who do that though? Nobody really. Nobody probably has. Nobody probably will. So we have a new mystical beast of the forest, Alpacaribu. Mystical beast of the forest. While this card is in attack position, winged beasts, insects, plant monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. While in defense position, winged beasts, insect monsters, and plant monsters you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Pretty good. Spike Shield with Chain. Target one face-up monster on the field. Equip this card to the target. It gains 500 attack, and if the equipped monster attacks or is attacked while in defense position, it gains defense equal to its attack during the damage calculation. Another damage calculation shenanigans trap card. I'd rather just use wall disruption or mirror wall or something. Sylvan P Keeper. This is hilarious. It's a hilarious looking card. When this card is normal summoned, you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a plant monster, when this card is normal summoned, you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a plant monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it at the top or bottom as you see fit. If this card is excavated from the deck and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target a level 4 or lower plant monster in the graveyard and special summon that target. Oh, you can only use the effect of Sylvan Peakeeper once per turn. Okay, so I'm already seeing a 30 card plant deck coming out of this. This is pretty good. These Sylvan monsters seem pretty legit. So when this card is normal summoned, you can send either 1 or 2. You can choose either 1 or 2. Excavate that many cards from the top of your deck. Send any excavated plants to the graveyard. Also, other cards in any order. If this card is excavated and sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster on the field, destroy it. Okay, so this is Sylvan Marshleaf, I guess. All right, same thing with all the Sylvan stuff. And if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can choose a Sylvan monster from your deck and place it at the top of the deck. Okay, that's pretty cool. I did not read his name. Sylvan Flower Knight. Sylvan Hermitry, I guess. Once per turn, you can excavate top card of your deck. If you do, if it's a plant, sent to the graveyard, blah, blah, blah. If this card is excavated and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then place them in any order. Okay. Really? That is such a whack effect. Sylvan Blade Fender. If this card excavated and sent to the graveyard, you can add from your grave. You can add this card from the graveyard to the hand. Okay, it's a 1900 beater. That's okay. Resonance Insect. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to your hand. Insanity! Insanity! If this card is banished, you can send one insect monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Resonance Insect. Insanity. World Carrot Weight Champion. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send a plant type monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, except the World Carrot Weight Champion, and special summon this card. You can use the effect of World Carrot Weight Champion once per turn. I wonder whose idea it was to make that. Gravity Lash, Ultimate Oof. Target one face-up monster on the field. It loses attack equal to its defense till the end of the turn. Quick play spell. This is dangerous. It's pretty dangerous, but there are a few monsters that people are using in the meta, like Archfiends, that have 0 defense in certain situations. So, useful, but depends on the meta. Arrival Rivals. During the battle phase, immediately after this card resolves, normal summon one monster. You can only activate one Arrival Rivals per turn. So basically, you can normal summon a monster during the battle phase. I would imagine that's useful, but I can't think of the reason why it's useful at the moment. Cockroach Knight. When this card is sent to the graveyard, it is returned to the top of the deck. You need this card for the deck out decks, for the Lightsworn decks. This card works really, really good. Top of the deck, sent to the graveyard, go to the top of the deck. Make sure you don't deck out. But the thing about this card is it's gonna go right to the top of the deck and not shuffled in the deck. So it might not be good as the Little Dog Mare. It's not as good as the Little Dog Mare, kind of think of it. Demotion. Downgrade the monster equipped to this card by 2 levels. Meh. Spiritual Collapse. You can only activate this card if both players why they bring this out in Duel Links. You can only activate this card if both you and your opponent each have 5 or less cards on the field. The maximum number of cards that each player can have on the field is 5. That's kind of ridiculous because the max that we can have is 6. So -1 spot, get this garbage out of here. Blessings of the Nile. Each time cards are discarded from the hand to the graveyard by card effects of a card controlled by your opponent, increase your life points by 1,000. Meh. Numbering Grub in the Ice Barrier. Okay, this is interesting. A random Ice Barrier insect monster. When this card is normal summon, select one unused monster zone. While this card is face up on the field, the selected monster zone cannot be used. Oh. Okay. Alright. I didn't know this card existed, but now this card is a thing. It's going to be some disgusting Ojama decks coming up now. This card gains 300. I'm still tripping. People are going to play Ojama Knight and summon this card. GG. Alright. This card gains 300 attack and defense for each spell and trap on the field. If an insect monster you control will be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. Okay. Crossword Beetle. When you control an insect monster other than this card, if an insect monster you control attacks a defense monster, inflict piercing damage to the opponent. Rocket Pilder. While equipped monster is attacking, it cannot be destroyed by battle. At the damage step, if the equipped monster attack, the attack target loses attack equal to the attack of the equipped monster until the end phase. Decent. Utter trash. I mean full house. Target 2 other face-up speller traps and 3 set speller traps on the field. Destroy them. Garbage. Mirror Mail. When a face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, its attack becomes equal to that of the attacking monster. Interesting. I don't know why you would want to force a kamikaze, but whatever. All right. So this card says once per turn, you can choose a number of cards, 1 or 3, excavate that many cards top of the deck, and send any plant monster to the graveyard, then rearrange them in the order that you want. And if you excavate this card, you can target 1 other plant monster in the graveyard, place that target on the top of the deck. If this card gets excavated, all plant monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. It's a Mikyo Orange. Snapdragon. So I guess it's a Snapdragon, but it's a random name. I don't know. If it's sent to the graveyard by an effect, it says you can excavate top card of your deck, and if it's a plant monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it at the bottom. If this card is excavated and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can excavate. So basically, if you excavate this card, you can excavate 1 more. So kind of worthless. And then you can target up to 5 Sylvan monsters in the graveyard except for this monster and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. So this card basically lets you recycle the monsters that you're losing from the card effect so you don't deck out. Sylvan Water Slide. Each time a monster on your side of the field declares, each time an opponent's monster, Sylvan Water Slide. Each time an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is a plant monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it at the bottom of your deck. During your draw phase, instead of conducting a normal draw, excavate the top of your deck, and if it's a plant monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, add it to the hand. All right, that could be interesting. Duck Dummy. Winged Beast Gemini effect. After you Gemini summon it, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. The attack from your opponent's monster becomes direct attacks. Wow. Okay. And that's it. So that's it for the box. What would I say is the best cards to get out of this set? Well, they put them right here at the top, so you know. I think the best card to get is the Metamorpho Insect Queen, Hey Trunade, Dark Core, Disarmored Bee, and Dank Doomdozer. Those are the cards I think that are best right now. Those are the ones that I'm looking for. I'm pretty excited to be getting in here and to be opening up this new box, but I really feel like Hey Trunade is gonna be the card that people really need. 2 or 3 of those is what I would recommend, but you know, hey, what do I know? I'm just a dang duelist. But guys, let me know what you think about this new set. Let me know what you think about the new box, and let me know what you think about finally being able to complete this DDD tower and obtaining your ultimate Wind Beast Lord. But until the next one, my boys, keep it dank.
Like a lion, uncontrolled. Your mark is on my back, just like that.